Okay, so let's do some just very basic iron shirt. And here, what I'm doing is I'm using this metal whacker, I guess. I don't know how to call it. I made this myself. It's like retardedly simple. I can show it one day. But you could go to like Home Depot and just get a bunch of wires like this. And this is, I think, 1/4 inch, but you can experiment with various thickness and various numbers of those things. So this is just like my kind of like a normal metal whacker. And so some of the things we do is we just simply hit like this. We can start from belly button or below the belly button. And you can hit softly, you can hit medium, and you can hit hard. On the other hand, I hit pretty hard because I'm already I've done this before, so for me it doesn't hurt as much. But at the beginning it really hurt a lot, so I was like, oh, let's ease off a bit. Can go up to the chest. And go down to the belly button and the abdomen. And again, you can change hands. So this doesn't really matter which hand you're hitting. You are hitting various organs on various parts of the body, and you can hear, like for example, right now my voice is vibrating because I'm hitting that part of my body, which is normal. You will hit various parts of the body that will have different harmonics. This is again normal thing, nothing to worry about. We're hitting the ribs now. By the way, I want to give a shout out to my teacher right now. His name is Lee Holden. He teaches currently. We're privileged and blessed to have him. He teaches currently in 2017 in, when I'm recording this video, in Santa Cruz, California. I currently reside in Los Gatos, and so it's easier for me to go over the mountain to Santa Cruz. So I wanted to give a shout out to Lee, thank you. It's I've been studying under Lee for, I want to say 10 years, probably like 10 years, yeah. But mostly as a private student. And some classes, like the other month, I finally, it was like a running joke between Lee and me, said that I finally came to a class. Like, oh, after 12 years or something like this, I came to a public class, and it was like a good thing, you know. I really enjoyed it. But it's just like right now, basically, I'm at the point where I'm ready to start teaching it to other people, and that's why I'm hoping to get certified with Lee in iron shirt, you know, and first level kind of basic teaching instructorship. And so once I do that, I'll actually start teaching, you know, somewhat more advanced stuff, and then eventually as I become more and more certified. But for now, you know, this is just the kind of thing that we do basically, and we strengthen the body. We increase the connection between the mind and body, and we see, okay, so if, you know, when I've been hitting, for example, I feel some tightness or some pain somewhere within the body, maybe I should now pay attention to that area more, and see what if there is some sort of a disbalance in that area, or perhaps in the organ that is below that area, for example. So, you know, that's the kind of thing, so sort of a awareness building exercises as well. So Iron Shirt, several things we could do with it. Number one, Iron Shirt, I think great exercise as far as being able to protect yourself when, for example, you get hit or unexpectedly fall down, or even, for example, get into an accident. You may not be injured as much as, you know, if you were not doing Iron Shirt, for example. Of course, you'll be injured in a car accident. It's obvious. So that's one thing. The other thing is, sometimes I forget things, so let me contemplate for a second. Right, so I think what the other thing I was saying is I wanted to continue being certified once I become certified in some of those techniques. So one thing I wanted to kind of make sure that people do understand about this stuff is that in addition to this being an offensive, you know, martial art related kind of thing, and the defensive kind of thing where you can, for example, protect yourself from unwanted influences. For example, from work, from relationships, from, you know, unwanted energy sources. And vice versa, you could cultivate wanted energy sources. So what I teach is, and what I strive to do in my daily life as well, is a sort of benevolent kind of interpretation of the martial tradition. In a sense of, I will definitely not be attacking first. If I come under attack, I will absolutely defend myself with all the possible resources I'll come, you know, to possess at the time. But I will absolutely never attack first. Well, never say never. But for general purposes, I feel that people who I'd like to teach, should they come to me, maybe of a benevolent kind of person. Of course, it's really difficult sometimes, but what I was trying to say is that you know, you will hopefully become more healthy, more strong through the exercises that I am about to show you, and as a result, you may become more dominant. Like, for example, I am strong, you're weak, you have to do what I say because I'm just simply stronger. Now, sometimes it needs to happen, sometimes it's unavoidable that this kind of relationship happens, but it doesn't need to, like, I don't want to be the cause of that kind of relationship. So perhaps before we progress to certain somewhat advanced levels, you know, we could like, for example, meet in person and just discuss, you know, continuation of the studies over tea. But for basic stuff, what I'm looking to teach basically is, you know, being able to withstand stress from everyday life, and occasionally from a little bit more. Like, for example, during a confrontation, hopefully an unwanted confrontation, or, God forbid, some sort of an accident where you can withstand the future shock better, basically. Alright, thank you for watching this second introduction to the introduction of the Yoga House. Hit the like button. If you have any comments, write those in as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.